Alright guys, what's going on? A couple things we need to go over real quick. I wanted to show the rear crash bars that I put on here. Haven't showed them yet. I did put them on when I put the front on. Don't know the name of them. I'll put them in the link just in case somebody's interested. But they were $99, got them on Amazon. We'll just call them the Amazon crash bars. Didn't really want to invest in the rear luggage rack system yet. They're a little more bulky, they wrap around the back, they don't look as good, but I did want some kind of protection back here. So I went ahead and got these. They're a good price, 99 bucks. They match these perfectly, identical. You really can't tell much of a difference. Very happy with that. I'll show a little, I think I took a little video of them side by side before I put them on the bike. Cheap $99 Amazon rear crash guard. I mean, these finishes are pretty much identical, if not close enough. But cool crash bars, something just to protect the back. I'm even thinking about getting a little bags or something to put on the sides here to carry tire equipment and stuff like that in. Also, I wanted to show you what I ended up doing for a backrest for my wife. Got this on Amazon, of course, so we get everything. Fits perfectly. I kind of went back and forth on a couple. Ended up with this one. Really couldn't ask for an easier or better one. Boom. Fits on there perfectly. Looks like it came with this thing, almost the exact height. One you could kind of blow up and manipulate if you wanted it more or less, kind of the thickness. But absolutely works perfect. Deploy it on and off, take it off quick, deploy it on quick, store it away. But also ordered my stuff for the skid plate. You'll see what I'm going to do with that to try to get it to be a little less vibraty down there. See if we can take some of that out of it, a little dampening. For the handguards, so I went back and forth. I was looking at, what are those? The bark busters, of course, that everybody gets. I was going to go ahead and order those. The ones that go right into the factory handlebars. So right before I was going to order them, I looked around. The only thing I don't like about those, I don't really care for the bar system on it, how the color of it. It's just like aluminum color or something like that. Wasn't a huge deal. I didn't really care for it. I looked into painting it. I looked into putting some kind of tape or something over it. Kept looking. I ended up coming across T-Rex. I don't know if it's T-Rex Racing. You know, I looked at their crash bars and stuff when I was looking at crash bars, but the T-Rex handguards, they do have like a powder coated kind of color. Almost matches these handlebars almost perfectly. But they have one that comes over and like clamps right here, comes over here. It's a black one or blackish color. And then you put the Barkbuster style wind deflectors on them. I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna get those. That was gonna be the one I was gonna get just because of the color. I don't know about the system, how it comes over and like clamps on here and comes over. It looks a little much, but I thought maybe it'd be cool. Kept thinking about it. Came across some guy that said that the OEM Kawasaki ones for, I think it was the 2017 Kawasaki Versus, fits on these. So I was like, you know what, let me look into that. They already come black, you know, the metal is black. Hooks right into my OEM handlebars. So I was like, I might just order those, but that ended up coming out to like $210 to order those. So then I was like, you know what? I have them sitting right here in my garage. Have them right here on my Versys. Same exact ones. So I'm gonna pull those off right now. Get those on here. Because my Versys is down. If I end up having to get rid of that bike or selling it or trading it to a dealership or whatever, they might not get the crash protection on the handlebars. I might just keep them on here and save $200. But I'll probably end up go ahead and buying a new set for this and putting them putting them back on that. But for right now, I want to try those on here, see what they look like, feel them out. Plus, I'll be ready to go out and ride. I don't got to worry about breaking any levers. I'm not riding that bike right now. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Swap those to this bike. Alright guys, well, there you go. Got the handguards put on. Swapped them over from the Versus. Over there, you can see it, no handguards anymore. Pretty easy, didn't take long to put them on. Wasn't 1000% perfect. It probably still touches here a hair, and it did touch there. I loosened these and I tilted it back maybe 1/8 of an inch to put a gap so I could bring it up just a little bit more, because at full lock, that's full lock. I mean, it does just kiss the front fairing right there. It does just barely, not here. It's like only full lock, it barely touches that fairing. Probably not even enough to put a mark on it. I did put a piece of electrical tape right there though, just so I could see it rubbing or whatever. It's not that big a deal. Over here, same thing. Full lock. I mean, that, I don't think I'd ever turn full lock, really. And I could get used to not doing it, but full lock, it just looks like it makes contact. Full lock. I don't feel it hitting or anything, but I can just kissing it at full lock. I think that's fine for me. I'm going to try them on here, see how it goes. But there you are, OEM Kawasaki handguards for 2017 Kawasaki Versus. There's a better look at it outside. Tire's not fully straight, but come around this side of it. Oh, it looks from this angle. Definitely like the black way more than the silver, aluminum, whatever. Alright guys, real quick. I was working with this Allen key, Allen wrench, whatever it is earlier. Putting on the handguards. See this little mark right here? I dropped it from maybe 2 foot 3 inches up. It hits the motor here and takes the finish all the way down to the bare metal, just dropping and bouncing off of this. Can't get too close to this camera. I'm sure y'all can hopefully see it. It's a tiny little mark right there. I mean, that's pathetic. I don't know if y'all watched the video where I did the durability test on the finish on the crash bars. I was taking a nail, even the cheap ones on Amazon, and hitting the crash bars with it, and I couldn't even break through the finish. I was hitting it almost as hard as I could. I don't think it would break through the finish. Scratching it wouldn't scratch. I drop a Allen key from 2 foot up and it takes this down to the bare metal. That's pathetic. Alright peeps, well, that's about it. Rode the bike to work. Everything seemed pretty good with these. I do like the way they look. Make your own decision on that, own opinion on that. Watch the video, see how it looks. Something I never said anything about. I did order these rubber balls that I'm thinking I'm going to put on these crash bars, one on each side. Maybe in the future I'll get another one, I don't know. Figured that's going to be the first bar to hit the ground, and I kind of wanted a little bit of rubber to take a little bit of that impact. Since I do have this connected to my frame on the motorcycle, I don't want my frame taking the full impact force when you hit the ground, so I'm hoping that rubber dampens it a little bit. Something I was thinking about. I did get the rubber pieces for the skid plate that I ordered. We'll see if I'm going to use that. That's to come. Some other little bushings and stuff. That'll be another video. One thing I have a little bone to pick with Amazon. Apparently they don't know the rubber from their plastic. I don't know what they're doing over in China, but somebody needs to go over there and teach them what rubber is or what plastic is. This is the second time I've ordered, and I still have the other thing I ordered. I haven't even returned it yet. This was recently. Something that claims it's rubber, and it shows up plastic. This says rubber on the description, and this says 10-piece rubber spacer, made in China. I don't know.
In this video, we helping you with the difference between plastic and rubber. So let's start. So if we talk about the plastic, then plastic is a polymer material that has the ability to be molded and shaped by the application of heat and pressure. So with the application of heat and pressure, we can shape and mold the plastic in different forms. But if you talk about the rubber, what it is an elastic material that is either obtained from rubber plants or synthesized using petroleum oil. So rubber is a kind of elastic material that is obtained from rubber plants or is produced from petroleum oil. Next thing, if we talk about the plastic, then plastic has plasticity, whereas if we talk about the rubber, then rubber has elasticity.
Anyways, thought I was going to say something about these crash bars I was thinking about earlier. I can't remember now. Oh, one thing about these crash bars that's a little concerning is how far it comes out right here. Some of them actually come to here, and they're probably closer to this. This one goes all the way to this bolt. And you know, when your passenger's riding here and they got their foot here, for one, it kind of makes their leg kind of rest against that. I don't know how comfortable it is. My wife didn't complain, but we didn't go for a long ride. Also, if you ended up falling over and somebody's riding back here, this is now in the perfect position to hurt or break an ankle right there. So that's the only complaint I have on these. I do have an idea that I might be doing with the stock wind deflectors. That'll be in a later video if I end up doing it. I do have an idea for these though. That's going to be it today. We got the backrest, we got the rear crash bars, talked about the little rubber piece on there, and we got the OEM 2017 Kawasaki versus Handguards on the KLR650. Alright guys, well that's it. Later.